and you can be lying down to go to sleep. So the two components that must be used are let go, the relaxation, by looking out into the middle of your forehead through your eyelids. Visualize your hand, flowing your energy down into your hand, into each finger from your thumb. Be aware it will feel warm a little bit and tingle just slightly into your next finger. You're giving your attention, not forcing it, into your next finger, making sure that you're not rushing. Slowly, next finger, into the next finger, into your little finger, and then start the process all over again. This is sealing you off from the world, the outside world, and allowing you to settle into your body where you have to be in order to rest. So this is an exercise that allows you to become independent of any form of external crutch. It allows you to be in charge of the experience of falling asleep. It allows you to feel rested and renewed because you've cut off the mental, emotional activity, and your body will respond accordingly. You will feel different. Just continue the process. Be aware of the middle of your forehead, looking up through your eyelids with your eyes closed, focusing there, visualizing your hand, and then breathing, flowing your energy down your arm, into your hand, into your fingers, one at a time, slowly, consciously, no force. And at the same time, you become aware of your breathing. You breathe in, and you breathe out. And each time you do, you relax a little bit more, and you feel just a little bit heavier, relaxed, until you feel yourself in your bed. And it feels right, because this is exactly where you're supposed to be. Aware of your hand, aware of your breathing, looking out through the middle of your forehead, visualizing your hand in your mind's eye, flowing your energy down your arm, into your fingers, one at a time, slowly. Don't struggle with thoughts. By being aware of thoughts that try to invade your quiet space, you create a barrier between the thought and the thinker. Do you think thoughts are really your own? Think again. Is the voice coming through the television in your home? It isn't. Is the person talking to you on the radio in your car with you, or in your kitchen, or in your workplace? They are not. Those thoughts that we have struggles with come from some other place and originate from a source, and that source is not you. So differentiate now, because you do have thoughts. You think, I need to get my keys, or I don't want to forget to take my lunch, or I've got to pick up my children. Those are your thoughts. But extraneous thoughts are not yours, and much of what we get from the outside is an imprint. Many of you know what silly putty is. When I was a child, I used to take silly putty and put it on their cartoon section of the newspaper and take an imprint off of it. That's what thoughts are, for the most part, especially the ones that you struggle with as you're going to sleep. They're an imprint of an external experience that's left on your emotional mind, your emotional self. Your emotional self and your rational self are two entirely separate beings, even though your emotional self is entwined with your rational self. Your objective self is separate from your subjective self. The subjective self is the person who reacts to stress, to cruelty, to impatience, to pressure. That's your subjective self. Your objective self is unaffected, remains calm, does not push back or force, but waits and watches, as if to say there is a barrier, a glass wall between you and whatever pressure source is pushing in on you. In this exercise, I'm bringing you to your objective self, and the objective self can be obtained at any time during the day, as well as while you're going to sleep, by simply doing exactly what I said. Take one moment, no matter where you are, as long as it is a safe place, to stop and close your eyes. Look out through the middle of your forehead, visualize your hand, flow your energy down your arm into your fingers, one at a time, slowly, giving your attention back to the moment. And when I say giving your attention back to the moment, that is also important to remember. When your attention is taken from you, when somebody demands your attention, when a child needs you and you are under pressure and you react and you begin to feel resentment toward that child, or when a wife or a husband or a boss needs something from you and is trying to literally force you to give something, no matter what it is. If you react and you become emotional, you are imprinted with that experience, and then you continue to carry it through the day as you continue to think about it and see if there's a way to resolve it, which there isn't because it's already happened. And then at nighttime, when you close your eyes and all the TVs are off and all the distractions are gone, then it's there again. This is when it's so important to do as I'm telling you now. If you want to have a rested sleep, a relaxed sleep, a positive sleep, step one is let go. You do that by becoming objective, and that is what the exercise is all about. Closing your eyes, looking out through the middle of your forehead as if you're looking out through your eyelids, visualizing your hand in that space in the middle of your forehead, and then as you become aware of your hand, flow your energy down your arm into your hand from thumb to finger to finger to finger to finger, slowly, gently, no force, giving your attention, becoming aware of your breathing, taking in a breath, breathing it out. And each time you do, you relax a little bit more until you become as relaxed as you need to be. Just let go and relax and let the quiet stillness renew you and replenish your deeper self like a wellspring below the surface of your conscious mind, deep from your soul itself. And your soul is connected to a higher power. Become therefore transformed by the renewing of your mind from within. Transformation from a thinking person to an objective person who is centered, who is not affected by the mundane things of everyday life, by the challenges and demands of life. An objective person who is capable of now looking at the world through objective eyes, not subjective eyes. Objective because you have primed your mind to deal with life differently. You've primed your mind not to react, not to struggle, not to get angry, but rather to step back and know that there is an invisible barrier between you and all of the things that are happening around you, and that you are now the observer. You are not your mind. Your thoughts mostly do not belong to you, but they are from the outside world. And that you see now that you have allowed thoughts and feelings from the outside world to get inside of you and make an impression on you. And that is why you have struggled to sleep for so long. Become aware of your hand as you visualize it in the middle of your forehead. You are looking up through your eyelids. Do not strain your eyes. Don't struggle. Visualize your hand in the middle of your forehead. And as you do, you flow the energy down your arm into your hand from finger to finger to finger, slowly, without force, giving your attention and relaxing and letting go. Not letting any thoughts take any precedent over quietly relaxing and letting go and being still. Just let yourself be still. Don't struggle to relax. It's the opposite of letting go. Don't struggle to know anything. It's the opposite of discovery. Don't force relaxation for the sake of sleeping. Relaxation occurs as you follow the process. You get better and more relaxed and more centered every time you do this exercise, because it is the process of becoming transformed by the renewing of your mind from within. It is the wellspring of true life, and you are renewed and strengthened and enlivened in a whole new way by the objective experience. Know that this is important for your life. Make it a priority every evening and during the day when you feel pressured. This is the way to a new path of living as a free individual, not someone who is conformed to a pressure, not someone who is giving in to the stress of everyday life, but a person who has freedom to choose your reactions. You can choose to relax when you sleep. You can choose to relax while you're awake. You can choose to let go of reacting and choose to become objective and calm in the face of difficulty.